And I'm really excited for next year to, coach up some freshmen and be like one of the leading role models on the team.
Cool. And Mazzocchi, I want to talk to you a little bit. You being the top D midi over the last couple of years, you're now going into your senior year. What's it like for you to now, kind of enter your senior year and talk a little bit of what it's like, the role that you have on the team, and talk about what it was like embracing that role? Because I know you were obviously, you produced a ton in high school. You did everything for your high school team. So what's it like embracing that role as defensive midi and, just being a part of a program that's on the rise?
Yeah, so in high school, I pretty much did it all from face-offs, midfield. I played some attack, even D-mid. And coming into college, embracing the D-mid role, it's kind of like an overlooked position. I think it's one of the most important in Division I lacrosse. It's basically just a bunch of workhorses. It's not really the most flashy players or most stat-oriented players, but I think it's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it, and yeah.
At what point did that role go from being like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this, to hey, this is actually pretty fun. I'm I'm playing a ton. This is a really important thing. When did that transition period happen for you?
So I think it happened pretty quickly. My freshman year, I was moved to a D-mid pretty quick, and it gave me a chance to see a lot of minutes from the jump. So that was pretty exciting for me.
Cool. Johnson, I want to talk to you, being the other junior in the room, becoming a senior. I think your story is a little unique, and I want to talk about that. You transferred from another program. What was it like after your freshman year, basically transferring into Manhattan? How was that transition period? How was that for you, and how are you feeling now going into your senior year, with a group of guys that, you obviously didn't originally, start out with, but now obviously they're probably all your boys?
Yeah, it's actually great being here now. The transition was pretty smooth. The coaches accepted me pretty quick. All the guys became good friends right away. It was a pretty easy decision to come here just because proximity to home and just the opportunities that the team provides. It was just awesome being accepted as soon as I got here.
How involved is your dad in the tailgates? I got to imagine he's like the man at the tailgates.
My dad's pretty loud at the games. He stands down at the end of the crowd. Sometimes lets the ref hear it a little bit.
Guy's a legend, but behind every legend, there's a good woman too. Your mom's good people too. Got to give her a shout out.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So now we'll get to you, Krebs and Pacher. I promise I haven't forgot about you guys, but I want to talk team defense for a second before we get to our super softs. You guys, I just want to throw some numbers at you. I'm sure you're aware of most of this stuff, but your man down defense for the second year in a row is ranked #1 in the nation, which is absolutely insane. I mean, I don't know if enough people know about that. We tell people here on the island. So being a part of the man down defense, obviously Krebs, you're the guy in net, you're the general back there. Talk about why you feel as though your defense on man down is so successful. And then I'm going to talk to you a little about, who you are and how you're doing individually, but talk about your man down defense for a sec.
I think it's just, we have 2 man down specialists, and then there are the 3 other guys that stay on the field and myself. So I think when they come on the field, we bring it together. We know what we have to do after preparation each week, and we just try to come together and just stop the ball, get it down to the other end, just kill that clock.
Krebs, what's crazy? If this is a tough subject, I don't mean to bring it up, but in high school, I understand you were behind a really good goalie at Chaminade, so you didn't get much time there. Now you're the 9th. In terms of save percentage, you're the 9th nationally. You're one of the best goalies in the country. What's it like for you to go from someone who, you were fighting for playing time? Obviously, Chaminade's one of the best programs in the country, but you were just fighting to get on the field, and now in your second, you're the man now, and you're one of the best goalies in the country. Why have you gotten to become so effective at the college level? What have you done? Maybe for a young goalie watching, what's maybe one piece of advice you can give to them?
I just always kept working, It's pretty cliche to say, but I just always kept looking forward to new opportunities, just kept working hard on and off the field, and just tried to persevere through different situations. So I think it's worked out for me so far. I'm going to keep going.
Has your style changed since you've come to college, or have you kind of just continued to do you ever since you got to campus?
I mean, I think it's stayed pretty much the same. But when I was like a junior in high school, I was only like 5'10" maybe, and then I had a large growth spurt, so I kind of had to change the way my style of play, and then I've been working with Coach Runkle ever since. It's pretty much just been the same, but a little.
So so you were like 5'10", 5'11" as a junior, and then how tall are you now?
I'm like 6'4" maybe right now. So
you grew like 5 inches in like senior freshman year?
Yeah.
That's absurd. That's cool though. That's awesome, man. We'll keep it up. I'm really happy that you're starting. I mean, you're one of the best goalies now, and I hope you continue to have that attitude, because now that you kind of have that recognition a little bit, and you're playing for a program that's on the rise. You should maintain that same attitude, because you should fight to become one of the best goalies and continue to have one of the best defenses, which I'm sure you will. And isn't Coach Runk the man? You like working with him?
Yeah, I do a lot. He's the man.
Yeah, good dude. Pacher, what's up, man?
What's up, Corey?
Yo, I heard you started almost every game except one. How come you didn't start that one game? What happened?
I don't know. It was the first game of the season last year against Brian. And
were you nervous?
Yeah, I guess I was a little nervous.
All right. I thought you didn't get nervous. I thought you don't show emotions, Pacher. So Luke, talk about your role in the team, man. You've been doing really well. I know, just coaching you up and working with you since you were younger. You're always a gritty player. You always worked hard. I feel like you're always getting better. Talk about what your role is on the team, and talk about how you've improved as a college athlete versus a high school athlete.
I think my role on the team down at close defense is definitely more physical than like most of the other defenders. So generally to stack up against like more of the physical attackmen, kind of like push them around a bit. Definitely had a lot of help from like the other defensemen though, like taking me under their wing, and some of these guys that aren't in this room, but they definitely helped me out a lot, and like just help me improve as a player, like you were saying. Hopefully trying to improve.
How are you enjoying the school away from the lacrosse stuff? And also, besides the practices and the games, do you enjoy the process of just becoming like a stronger athlete, more mentally focused, and talk a little about what the school's been like for you?
Oh yeah, the school's great. I love being like in the city. It's a great environment around here, and I love like hitting the weight room and stuff with the boys and stuff, getting stronger.
Yeah, what do you like about chilling with the boys in the weight room? You like getting pumped up in there?
Getting pumped up, doing some curls with my man Rob Johnson over here.
Rob's looking a little small. I don't know.
No way.
Rob, you're on man down?
Yep.
So talk about the man down specialist. I love that. Who are some of your boys that you hold the fort down with? On man down.
I'm gonna shout out Dan Del Bene, Pat Rendell. They hold down the right side of man down. Basically, I think a success in man down is just making the other team take bad shots, and then Krebs obviously eating them up all year. I think that's what our main goal was throughout man down, was just scouting them, making them take the worst shot possible.
Well, Krabby Patties, that's what he does. He eats them breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Kid never gets full. So I heard there's a dope new locker room that's going to be released this fall. Are you guys pumped or what to get into that thing? That's got to be exciting. Talk a little bit about the gear. What do you guys wear at Manhattan? How do you like the gear? What's the look? I know it's changed over the last couple of years. Any of you guys can maybe pick up the floor. Who's the biggest gear guy at E5? Krebs, talk about your gear. What are you guys rocking this year and next year?
Here at Manhattan, we're an Under Armour school, so we're all Under Armour, hard goods and apparel, and then we have the Cascade S is our helmet, so that's usually our setup. What's
the home look versus your away look?
At home, we're just clean white, all the way white with green lettering, green numbers. Just simple.
And then, do you guys have one helmet or do you go two helmets?
We were one this season.
I love that. You guys got to embrace that. Don't think like, you guys are less legit because you got the one lid. That's all you need in lacrosse, man. One helmet. You guys go out there. But you switch up the jerseys for away games. What do you go, green on green?
It's just the opposite.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that. Yeah, you guys look good. You're looking fresh. So let's finish it up here. I got one last question I want each of you guys to kind of answer. Talk about what your experience has been like at Manhattan, and why it might be a good spot for like a student athlete to want to attend if they're a high level lacrosse player and a guy who's also a good student. We can start with you, Matt, and then we'll kind of work our way to the right.
So in college, people say that's where you find your true identity or become who you are. I think coming here playing lacrosse in New York City, there's no better spot to figure out who I was, and going to be a senior next year, created great memories here, and the people I've met, it's just been great. And for any incoming people looking to go to play D1, like, why not come here? That's all I gotta say.
Good answer, Matt.
Yeah, I just thought the school was a good fit for me. The location, like Matt said, and then the size of the school I thought was good. And then I knew a good amount of guys on the team that were already here before I came, and then some guys in my recruiting class that are here now. And I think I fit in well with the team, and I think we all just like working hard, and we're just a bunch of blue collar guys, I'd like to say, that like to get at it.
You even though you have a yellow collar.
Yeah, exactly.
How do the older guys embrace the younger guys on the team? How does that work? Good dynamic there?
Yeah, definitely. I think they like to, like Luke said before, Luke and I like to say, we were brought in by Dylan DeMiro and Kelson Borisenko, or two other upperclassmen at the close defense position. So I think they brought us in and taught us well.
Cool. Mazzocchi, let's turn to you.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing for me here was the location and the coaches. Obviously, playing for FLG, Coach O'Darnay was actually one of my coaches before he took the job here. And once I got on campus, like proximity to home and just all the opportunities that New York City has to offer, kind of just felt right. And I've loved it since, playing with all the guys. I was actually on the same team as Rob in the FLG days. So I was pretty hyped to have him join us last year.
Cool. Keep crushing it, CJ.
Of course.
Like they keep on saying, location's a big thing. We're only like 35 minutes from home, but like still really close to Long Island. So you get a lot of Long Island boys. Krebs and I have been going to school together for like 16 years now. Just about. So.
Where did you guys go to school together before Chaminade?
We went to St. Aidan's. It's like a Catholic middle school.
And then also elementary school, same school?
Yeah, same school.
Pacher, what's your go-to meal when mom's cooking when you go home for a little weekend stop?
Big hamburger helper guy, like mac and cheese and ground beef.
You guys are super blue collar. That's funny. All right, Robbie J, your last. Save the best for last. Let's go.
Here we go. So I picked the school because just the location, the home was awesome for me. Like, I wanted to transfer to move closer. The Mount being a little far out for me, and also just playing in the MAC, I think is a great conference just because of the way, like, the competition, it changes every year. Who's on top? Who's on bottom? Adding St. Bonnie's, it just keeps getting better year after year, and I hope we could get one next year.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are really closing the gap in the MAC conference. I was talking to Coach O'Darnay about that. It's like you're never blown out of any game. At conference or out of conference, in conference. I feel like you guys you three juniors moving into your senior year, and now you got another crop of freshmen who are all recruited by your coaches, who are probably going to all be stud players, pushing all the upperclassmen. You guys can really, as opposed to close the gap, you can start winning some of those close games and then compete for a conference championship. So from an outside perspective, I see it. And I think people that are going to follow this article are going to also recognize that you guys are another great Division I option that's close to home if you're a Long Island kid besides Stony Brook and Hofstra. So I think you guys got to just keep doing what you're doing. And I want you to understand that what you guys are building is not going unnoticed, and we just want more people to recognize what you guys are doing. So that's the purpose of this. And I thought all of your responses were awesome, and we're excited to continue to cover Manhattan lacrosse and college lacrosse in the area in general. Okay, so I appreciate your time, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll send Coach O the article when it's all done, and then you guys can share it with anyone that you know. We'll keep it going. And I know you guys are all defensive oriented. Before you leave though, real quick, talk real quick about, like, someone might be watching our video here or might be reading the article who's like an offensive oriented kid who might want to consider Manhattan. Talk about the style that you guys play offensively, and talk about why you guys are going to start really turning it up offensively next year. And anyone can talk about this. I don't really care who it is.
So offensively, Coach Keller, he's in charge of our offense, obviously, and he just really likes to push the pace and like keep the other team on their toes. Everything's fast-paced, transition, and just keep like passing the ball as quick as possible, get the defense like on their toes. So I think that's helping us offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Well, I think any young kid that's coming up and is super competitive and wants to play at a high level, they want to play that style play. So I think, Manhattan, just another exciting reason to want to come play for you guys. So that's good to know for anyone watching. All right, cool. All right. Anything else you guys want to touch on, or are you all good?
We're good.
All right. Well, it was good getting a chance to catch up with you guys. And, make sure you guys don't gain like 20 pounds eating too much hamburger helper over the summer. You got to stay in shape. Right, Pacher?
Sure.
We're starting a men's league. So if you guys want to get after it on, I think we're going Wednesday nights in Huntington. You guys should join. You can all play together. I don't think you can have more than like 5 or 6 players from the same college on a team. But if you want to keep the defense playing together over the summer, we'll get you guys involved.
Maybe.
All right, good stuff. All right, boys, we'll be talking to you soon. All right.
All right. Thanks, Corey.
Coach O'Derna, let's catch up in a couple minutes so we can. I'm going to follow up with a few questions.